Nah, just hit one.
All right. What up, everyone? No, I think that was just actually playing longer, so than we normally listen to because I had some issues. I don't know why I didn't want to connect, but we're live now. So back in studio, we got kind of all the boys in. You even got Dakota sitting over to the side, and I don't know if I can get Drake on camera quick. There you go. So, boys in studio. We got a bunch of us tonight, so we'll probably jump in and out. That's because Caleb doesn't like ever talking about basketball. So, but we'll jump in right with the NFL. And first, we got you should have waved to me or something. I don't even remember where that button is.
You got so many now.
I know
Because of
Dakota. No, that's not it. Oh god. What the hell? I know it probably got deleted because there it is.
There we go.
First drink of the night. Well, I think we've already had a few, but
Yeah.
so first off, Dwayne Haskins getting hit by a fucking car walking across the highway.
Dude.
First off, what the fuck is he doing out on the highway? I mean, was he drinking? Is that the assumption? I guess
he was with a bunch of friends, so yeah, I'm gonna assume that he was drinking. He was just with a bunch of friends on the highway, walking to wherever they were going.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. He was only 24 years old, and I feel like he could have competed for starting position over.
I liked him.
With Trubisky.
Yeah, with Trubisky. So I mean, there was definitely a lot of potential in him.
Yeah, I
At Ohio State, I mean, he was one of the better Ohio State quarterbacks that I've watched. So,
Yeah, it's sad for sure.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I've seen a little clip, which I've never seen before, when he was 11 years old at Ohio State.
Did you ever hear how they tried to Ohio State tried to what the fuck it's called? Like they want to make it so no one else could be the They wanted to trademark
Yeah,
the.
or patent it.
Yeah.
The
But,
You getting yourself adjusted over there?
I'm trying to turn these up.
but there was a little clip when he was 11 walking around Ohio
that was
State.
me.
Sorry, Austin?
Walking around Ohio State, saying that I'm gonna play here someday. When he was 11,
Oh, really?
and then I've never seen that clip before, and then all of a sudden it came on, and it was like
Dang.
when. And
That's crazy.
Like you said, he was young. Braxton Miller, what year was he there? He's been a while ago.
Yeah, I remember watching
So
him
it's
though.
like-
But
Like what quarterback was actually there? But yeah, 11 years old, running around Ohio State, saying I'm coming to play here.
We got two that I've seen. There's a big article that they were talking about on whether the salary cap is legit or not.
yeah,
And they were basically saying, some were saying no because of the idea that, what is it? That basically you can do an extended year. So if someone doesn't play that last year or something, and you kind of, you get to write their money off. Basically, you can push their money out by spreading it over a longer term or something like that, or having an end year where they don't play that last year. And so you get to kind of not have them, against your salary cap, even though you got to pay them. But so it's there's kind of a little trick you could use to get rid of some of it. Eventually that hits your books and you gotta kind of write it. So there's not really a good way for it to not work. But
yeah, dude, it's crazy this year. The amount of signings and everything that's happened, and this guy's the highest paid for this position. This guy's the highest paid of this position ever, and it's just oh my god. Madden franchise salary cap turned off. This is stupid.
was it Carr that just signed a extension?
Yeah, I did see that. 3 years, 100 something.
121.5 million
Yeah.
extension.
And he came out and said that, they basically offered him more, but he kind of restructured it himself to keep players.
Yeah.
And he said that it happened to him once with Khalil Mack, and he's not gonna let it happen again.
My other question I have, I guess, for football, what's gonna happen to Baker Mayfield?
I just saw he came out as he feels disrespected, and he's ready to move on to the next chapter. No matter where he goes, he's gonna be second string. I don't care where he goes. He's going to be second string. He can go to the Detroit Lions. I hate both Goff and Baker, but he'll be a backup to Goff.
I don't know. I think honestly that he would probably be the starter over Goff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I see Baker. Now I don't see him like a quarterback that's gonna win a Super Bowl. I don't even. He
Right.
might make playoffs. He'd be like a one that can get to a playoff round, but he's not gonna win anything. I don't see him
So,
winning a playoff game.
So I don't know if anybody watched his podcast he was on. This is kind of the first time he's spoken about anything since this all kind of went down. And he basically said he doesn't know where he's going to end up, but the Seahawks was a bit like his landing spot,
yeah.
which I think is actually a decent spot for him.
Yeah. I could see.
Yeah.
Well,
And I mean they have weapons for him there, and he came up with a good point. He's had four different head coaches, 4 different offensive coordinators, and a whole new back office twice since he's been there.
right.
Can anybody succeed with that? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that would be. I mean, that's
Like-
like the Jags have been dealing with that, and they haven't
Yeah.
been successful in
Right,
the last
so,
how
I
many
mean,
years. So
He's been, I mean, yeah, he hasn't performed. Like he said, he's like, yeah, I've had so many highs, so many lows. He's kind of making excuses, but it's a pretty damn good excuse to me.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, not that he's on Stafford's level at all,
no.
but Stafford was never he was never successful as a Detroit Lion. He went to a playoff
Right.
once.
Yeah, exactly. And now
And
look
how
what he
many
did.
coaches
It
and
took
how many
1
different
year to
coordinators did he go through?
Exactly. So
Not saying he's even showing flashes like to that point.
right, but you
it's-
go to a stable, successful
and
program.
and
and he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And again, not saying that Baker's gonna go do
Baker
that,
did
but
all this with having successful seasons. Not, I mean, you remember the Browns?
He's in the playoffs.
oh yeah, they were
They were the worst.
1 in
Yeah, the worst
15 or
team.
whatever.
Yeah.
ever,
And
and he
went to-
turned them around. With
Yeah.
fucking 4 different coaches, and
And really, he was the start. I mean, it was.
yeah, he was.
Was
they
he-
brought him in to change it all.
It was like him and Miles Garrett, and it
Mhm.
was like they brought Nick Chubb in the year after. But even before that, they were successful.
yeah.
Dude,
So
so,
I mean,
I don't
everybody
know.
hates
I just
Baker.
don't-
Blah,
I
blah, blah, but
cannot stand him,
I-
man.
and
I
also
wouldn't say I'm a fan of him, but I don't mind. Like
Yeah.
I'm.
and so Deshaun Watson's most likely playing this year because none of his legal cases.
Oh, I
Yeah,
did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, until the next year.
Mhm.
So they're saying that they kind of might want to keep Baker,
Just in case.
just in case.
Yeah, what kind of a shitty situation is that for him?
oh yeah.
like,
Like
hey,
you
we're
can
just-
play
and
with
that's
us
what, and that's
because
basically what Baker said. He's like, I don't.
that's probably why he said
I want to
feel
move on. They want to move on
disrespected.
from me, but I don't know.
Man,
I
the
guess
Seahawks. I bet.
it'd be pretty cool to see. I think with the Seahawks.
Which almost might change though, because it's still been speculating for a
But,
while when
Um,
Pete Carroll's going to be done.
Yeah.
one thing, I don't think we talked about this last week, but what's going on with Debo? You guys hear all that?
I didn't hear a thing about it.
He
So,
unfollowed.
he unfollowed. He deleted all his pictures. Supposedly he's going to be moving on, and
from the 49ers.
Dang.
yeah,
I did
so-
see this was a hypothetical thing that I just see all the time, but it was just like, what do Lions need to trade for Debo? So that makes sense now, like why he's thrown up in these trade.
Yeah,
Um,
so I mean they're saying that it's gonna happen on draft night, and somebody's gonna trade,
For a pick.
and they're gonna want a higher pick or something.
I'm
Yeah.
almost
'Cause the
wondering
Niners don't have a first round pick right now.
what
Yeah,
moves
they
are going to
traded theirs
happen.
away.
Yeah, but
Like draft night
Why
is
would
going to be,
you?
I bet you, crazy.
Oh,
Well, that's
I
what
know.
they're saying. They're like nobody wants a first round pick. Like the Giants have what 2 top 10 picks right now, I think.
Yeah.
And they
Eagles
they're
have like
saying they're
3
gonna-
first-round picks.
They're
so-
trying to trade both of them. I heard. They're
like
Oh,
both
really?
their
this
picks.
draft isn't.
It's a weird draft, dude.
It's like not like who you would pay to be a first, like how much a first rounder gets paid. A lot of athletes come out. Don't get me wrong, they're good athletes, but it's a lot of defense guys that you would normally take in more like a third, fourth round type
Right.
of guys. But there's just no one else you would put over top of them. You gotta pull those guys early.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I love Aiden Hutchinson. I think he's a great player, but for him to be the number 1 overall pick, like people want him to be the number 1 overall pick. Like,
If
all right,
he's
come
a,
on.
if he's a number 1 overall pick, he's going to be a bust.
Yeah, just
I don't think so.
I don't know. I
he
think
goes
he's
second, third round. I think he's a good role player. That's where you draft him. That's a good draft pick. Number 1, he's not going to do what you want him to do.
I think
I
gonna
think
be
he's
pretty
got a
solid.
lot of potential.
Yeah.
So maybe this
I mean,
first year.
Every draft specialist right now is saying that he's by far the best clear number 1 pick in the draft, which is kind of crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like
And-
for him to be the clear
which
number
is
1.
which is weird that these same draft people are having him fall to number 2 to the Lions, which is kind of funny to me.
Yeah, I know.
But maybe that's just because like the people want to see it. I don't know.
I don't know. I want to see. I'd like for him to come to Michigan.
I don't know, I was when the Heisman ladder was kind of going on. I
I was
looking
so
at stats,
surprised he
and
was
it
even on there though.
Well, Will Anderson is his name. He's from Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
and literally doubled like every one of Hutchinson's stats. It's like
Right.
what the hell?
No, I think the
going on?
only argument.
And I think that's kind of the Alabama not standard. What kind of word am I looking for? Like the Alabama effect, where it's like
You're on Alabama, so it's expected.
it's somewhat expected out of you. But how many players on that team? Also, I mean, Bryce Young was the highlight of Alabama all season, and Jamison Williams before he got hurt.
Mechie.
Right?
Yep. Mechie.
Mechie, like all those guys. So you have big names on Bama, but Will Anderson ultimately was the standout.
No, I think the only argument behind him being in the Heisman contention was like you take him off of Michigan, they're not winning half of their games.
Right, and you take Anderson off of Bama, I'm
Still
sure they
winning.
have a 5-star right behind him.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the only argument. But yeah, I totally get what you're saying. If he has double the stats, why isn't he right there?
Yeah, it was.
Or in number 1 overall contention, for a draft. But
Does any of you think OBJ and Jarvis Landry are going to end up on the same team again? Because for both of them haven't signed yet. And
Yeah,
it's such a
maybe
weird-
they're just trying to talk.
I think we talked about it that OBJ straight up said he's willing to go back to the Browns now that they got Watson.
Yeah, he did. But
And they
now-
were saying they want Jarvis back too.
But I'm almost positive I heard something that Jarvis isn't going to be on the Browns.
Yeah.
So he's.
And maybe they're talking like, like who's contacted you?
He was at
Like, what do you-
practices today. I seen a video of him catching a no look. Like the ball came over, he straight up went like this, turned away from the ball, and caught it. It was ridiculous.
Jarvis.
A lot of people I've heard, obviously none of this is like just rumors, but
Yeah.
the Packers is a good landing spot for him. And then they even said that's something OBJ would be willing to go
Oh
to.
yeah.
But I see OBJ re-signing and Jarvis probably end up re-signing too, to be
Yeah.
honest.
No, I can see that. I don't know where else they would like fit in though.
I think they'd both do well in the Packers now that they freaking don't have
Right.
anybody.
Besides the like where else would they go besides re-sign with their own team? I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to see them rejoin because they went to college together and everything.
Yeah.
They just got that chemistry. So that's cool. Get ready for the fun fact, Devin.
Fun fact time.
Did you guys see that? I believe it's T.O. is playing in the fan-controlled league with Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, they've been.
T.O. is like really trying to come back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, to the NFL. He says, I hope that people see me playing in this league and see how good I really am so that I can come back and play.
And then he said, and he was fine for not even a number 1 spot. He's like, I'm fine to go out 50% of the plays and just go make play. Like,
Yeah,
it was
like just teach these
holy
young
sh-
kids,
yeah,
like be
just
a
basically
mentor
go
for
be a
them,
veteran and
and then just come out and make my plays when I can.
It's weird, yeah.
Dude, he's like 48, 49 years old, running a 4.4, like in great condition, like good enough to come and play for this.
I would gamble on him.
Oh
you see
yeah,
how fast this draft was though. Like this draft is like going down in history, the fastest draft class ever.
The wide receiver core in this draft.
oh yeah. I have seen that in the corners, absolutely insane. The running backs. So yeah, I have seen that.
Ahmad Gardner, he's a corner for Cincinnati, has like stood out. But Derek Stingley from LSU, I still
Mhm.
think is going to be.
Yeah. But no, I just thought that was crazy. T.O.
That
Like,
is crazy.
imagine if he does get signed, like, to just one team. Like, one team just like, and we want some money. Like, we'll bring him in.
Yeah.
And he actually, plays decent. That would be. He's already in the Hall of Fame. So what do you do? Like,
I don't know.
can you even do that? Is that legal? Like, you're in the Hall of Fame, but yeah, you can come back and play.
He'd basically be like a coach.
I mean, I don't think the Hall of Fame dictates whether or not you can play because, I mean, it doesn't happen very often. Most of the time, you got to be retired before you get inducted. But I think you can be a Hall of Famer without ever actually, like, it's not a stipulation that you have to retire before going
I
in.
know
Really?
golf is a lot different, but Tiger Woods just got inducted. That's a little different. Golf's a lot different.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
most people, I think, feel that they want to judge you on your whole career. So, that's why you don't get typically picked and, before you retire in case
Right.
you do something stupid or don't do well.
Dude. I'd watch every single game he was on just to see if he plays.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The only other thing I saw for football, just because I am a Carolina fan, Cam Newton had like an interview type thing. It almost sounds like he's retiring. So
Oh, no.
good for
Wow.
him, I guess. But
Yeah.
we'll see if that happens.
I think he needs to. So
He has so much off the field stuff he's doing now. With
Yeah.
like, he has like 6 different businesses. He's just opened up like a production thing, and so I think he's gonna be done.
yeah,
It's looking
I-
like a lot of places have Kenneth Walker being the second running back drafted
in the second round too, probably.
to the Texans,
They need a running back. So
and then Brees Hall
yeah,
from Iowa State. And they have him going to the Jets.
Really? Even though they have Michael Carter or whatever.
Yes, so
Every team's
But
realizing that it's
it's-
better to
it's
have a two running back.
it's a
system.
two-stack league for sure.
I think they have a decent running back behind Michael Carter already. Used to play for the Lions. I can't remember his name right now, but Ty Johnson.
Ty Johnson.
He actually played pretty well, but yeah, that's
Samaje.
oh yeah.
Ryan.
P Ryan, he's still there.
He still is nothing like his brother was. Or no, I'm thinking no, it's LaMichael. No, there's 2 P Ryans. One's behind the Bengals. Which one's that one? That's Samaje P Ryan. Bengals.
All right. We're kind of jump over to the NBA, so we're gonna get switched over. Cavi's gonna let Drake step in. We'll jump over to.
Damn it.
I guess we'll start right off with, playing games had started yesterday. And Austin and I were talking about this earlier. There, so you got Cavs and was it Clippers? I think that both won yesterday, right?
Cavs
Timberwolves.
did not.
Or no, they both lost.
Cavs
Yeah.
and Nets.
Timberwolves and Nets won.
Yeah.
And so those two are already in. They got the 7th seed. So whoever wins between the Hawks and Hornets plays the Cavs. And then whoever wins between Pelicans and Spurs will play the Clippers for that final 8th spot.
Yep.
So with that being all said, who you guys got making for the 8th
last
spot on
spot.
those two sides?
I think the Hawks are definite.
On the East, yeah, I'm gonna agree.
What was it, Hornets and Hawks?
Hornets and
Hawks
Hawks
are playing.
Playing
winners
the
would play
Cavs.
Cavs.
Dude, Trey Young is just.
Yeah, Trey Young plays out.
Yeah. Collins,
Like that.
like Collins is nuts.
So I think that's a. Ooh. I think this is a win for the Hawks. I don't think this is
Yeah.
a problem. But the Cavs are good.
They are, but I just don't see them. They're a young
They were
team.
third in the
like-
East for a long time.
Right.
Isn't Allen still hurt?
I think Jarrett Allen's
I
still
thought he was
hurt, and there was one more I thought. So they might have a couple injuries behind them, but I see the Hawks.
That's what I initially
I
said.
like the Hawks too. And it was Spurs
versus Pelicans tonight.
I think.
And then Clippers would play the winner of that.
Yep,
Spurs.
Clippers.
I would say
Just
Clippers.
Yep. I would agree
Clippers
with
to
you guys
me.
on Hawks
Yeah.
on the first one, and then I'm saying Spurs, and then when
I think
Clippers versus
I think
Spurs,
Clippers win that one.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
Paul George is back.
Mm-hmm.
He's
He's not wrong.
he's actually not wrong at all.
yeah, it doesn't
Um,
necessarily mean that.
But it's but he's back. He just played super well. In his last 5 games, he's
Yeah.
averaging almost 27.
No, I definitely see Clippers taking that. Even they should have beat the Timberwolves, but there was a couple stupid mistakes that they made to let them come
Dude,
back.
I'm
so
happy for the Timberwolves though.
Yeah.
That's so
Dude,
cool.
Pat
Right.
Bev just came from the Clippers, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then his first, that was badass.
yeah, I've seen a few
Dude, the
videos that
very-
he's
so-
posted.
There, a video I seen today. I wish I could find it. It was on the tip-off. Patrick Beverly ran to Markieff Morris and literally shoved him on the tip. Ran up to him and just literally just fucking
Didn't care about anything, huh?
the tip. I mean, literally just like this. Poof. The refs like both. You can see the refs in the back go. Like, what the hell is he doing?
That's hilarious.
But Paul George said it best. That's a guy you have to have.
Yeah,
You have to have a crowd, a guy to energize the crowd. You have to have the guy that's just has the energy to
right.
fucking do anything.
Oh, he doesn't give a shit, dude.
And he's terrible. Let's be real. Patrick Beverly is not good
yeah.
at the game of
I
basketball.
don't even think
Well,
he's
the-
the best
okay.
defender.
I mean,
In
he's
high school though, he averaged like a 30-point triple double in high school.
That's
So it's like
he's good at basketball. He's in the pros. But
like for
as
a starting point and guard.
yeah.
Yes, starting
He's a
point guard.
six-man
I
for
just
a
don't
long
think.
time.
Yeah, I don't think he should be starting. I don't even like I said. He's known for his defense. Like you see Patrick
And
Beverly,
he is.
he's gonna
and
get
he
like
is. He's legit defender. He's good.
Right. but he's not as good as he hypes him up. You know.
Yeah.
All right, so with us kind of getting decided who's going to get in the final spot there for the playoffs, I say I'm going to read off these 4 teams I think are going to be one of the 4 teams that I already put money down to basically for championship for the NBA, but also I'm going to hedge them if they're making the finals just in case. That way I win either way. Okay, so I have 76ers, there's Warriors, Grizzlies, and Bucks were the 4 teams.
You don't have
Just,
to.
pick to win it all. I didn't pick the Suns because I think something's gonna happen. They're gonna end up losing a Game 7 at some point and not make it to the finals.
I think Suns are making it all the way to the championship again.
It might
But
be.
that's
It
biased because I
might.
really like the Suns.
Yeah.
It's not even so much bias. I think it's going to be a rematch. I think it's going to be. It might be a rematch.
he's getting quieter.
I didn't know.
Logo 3.
From LaMelo.
Yeah.
right off the bat.
No.
No,
Devin's got a
but
lot of the
I-
West. side.
If Curry is back, I like the Warriors to be the team to like upset the Suns. I like the Chris Paul Steph Curry matchup. That's always hyped up. That's always
Did it?
badass. But Clay, since Curry's been out, is almost averaging 30.
Which is, they need
He's
that.
back. So I think the Splash Brothers are back. You have Draymond. They're used to being there. I think that can be the team that upset the Suns.
Yeah.
And then would, like you were saying, would lose to the Grizzlies, though. So if Curry's back, I think it's going to be a rematch.
So-
Suns and Bucks.
My thought just is like with the Suns is that they just, and that's why I kind of did the Bucks because I'm like, okay, if Suns make it all the way, then I got Bucks on the other side that I can then take Suns, even though Suns would be the favorite, so I have to probably throw way more money down. But I know how to hedge it that way. So, so I guess if that's why I kind of have Bucks on the other side. But otherwise, I think Warriors or Grizzlies. I see one of those two realistically knocking off the Suns at some point.
I have somebody on the East winning. Like this East side is so tough right now. Don't get me wrong, the West is good, but if we were taking somebody on the West, it's only the 76ers and Warriors. I don't see anybody else. But on the East, the Heat, Nets, Celtics, Bulls, Bucks, Suns, all are way too strong. Like I could see any of those teams making the finals easily and then wiping out whoever's on the other side of the.
Can the 76ers beat the Bucks in 7 games?
No.
With James Harden,
Dude, he's barely
He'll-
averaging 20 a game there.
I mean, it's James Harden. He'll definitely
No, all they have is like
step it up.
James Harden. He's having a pretty good season actually, but like all they have really is Embiid. You know what I mean?
You got Tobias Harris.
Yeah.
So-
Even him.
So I guess what kind of I'm looking at too on that East side, which it's a good point. I'm agreeing with you because now I guess I somewhat forgot. Victor Oladipo the last 8 games is averaging 30.
Yeah. Like he came back.
Or
He-
30
They
it's
actually-
like 30.4 his
Yeah,
last 8
they gave him a
games.
starting position because they were trying to rest all their good
And
people.
he to
And
me
yeah, he went
like
off.
put Donovan Mitchell on the Heat, and that's like what Victor Oladipo's giving him.
He used to be like that. Victor
Yeah.
Oladipo used to
got
be.
hurt,
Yeah,
yeah.
But he's not even that old yet, is he? He's only
he's 29.
Is it? I was gonna say 27, 28. But
For me, and I might be biased because I'm a Ja fan, but I'm taking Grizzlies. Like if I had to pick one of
It's not
these
even
4
a bad
teams,
pick without.
and Grizzlies just because of see how well they played when he was just hurt. You
Yeah.
obviously know that's a
They-
good team around him.
They were 20-3.
Which
When-
is nuts.
when
It's
Ja's
almost like
not playing.
big,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a wild stat to see.
That is.
Yeah, so that's like one thing that okay, this is a good team without him, and then even they're just stronger with him there. I feel
Oh yeah.
so.
It's-
There's realistically, I see no reason why they couldn't, make it and win.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I just think this East side is way too
It's tough.
right
It's
now.
definitely shifting back, to from what you've seen. Like, I got bored one night and I was like looking up stats, and I told him this about high school, where it's like every 20 years, all of a sudden, like,
yeah.
like Lakeview was good for how long?
Right.
Tri-County, or Lakeview was bad for how long? Tri-County was really good 20 years ago. Now this 20 years, you guys totally dominated. Tri-County has sucked, and now we're back almost at that 20 years mark again.
We suck.
And Tri-County's made the playoffs the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's the same with the NBA when you really look. I mean, obviously it depends on who's drafted. You can trade,
Right.
but with the East and West, and now the momentum's starting to definitely trickle back over to the East, where
Dude,
the
it's
East
been the
is
last,
kind
like,
of the
what, 2
powerhouses.
years? Last 2 years has been East teams.
And for a long time, it was always the West.
Oh yeah.
And crazy stuff always happens in playoffs. You know, like
Right.
like underdogs. You know, kind of just can get on a hot streak
Right.
and
Like the
upset some big teams, and so
Yeah, the Heat, it was 2 or 3 years ago. Remember that? Yeah, and the Heat was in the bubble.
They played LeBron in the finals.
and beat them, right?
No.
Oh, okay. But still,
But it was
I
just
mean,
amazing.
It was
yeah,
like
they made it that far.
I think it was like 4-1.
Oh, okay.
I think that.
But yeah, they made it that far.
But
so.
Jimmy Butler averaged almost a triple double in the finals.
But it's like the Mavs. How are they even this good?
Yeah,
All they
I
have is
know.
Luka.
They
And then what,
literally
the
they have
3
Luca.
seed?
He is so good though. And honestly, Jalen Brunson has turned into a very
Brunson,
very,
yeah, Brunson is
very
doing
good
well.
player. Tim Hardaway, he's still there, right?
Tim
Or is he
Hardaway,
hurt?
yeah, but he's
Tim
just like a
Hardaway's gonna give
decent
you
role
14.
player,
Yeah,
you
he's
know.
gonna give you 14 a game,
Or he's going to give you 40.
more likely 14.
More likely.
Yeah, but he pops off whenever. So you still have a legit scorer.
yeah. No,
And then,
he is.
I mean,
he's
you have
pretty.
Luca that's going to give you
Thirty-
almost a
Trey-
40-point
Trey
triple
Burke.
double at any given time.
Trey Burke. What about him?
Embiid, the only one that's gonna get MVP. Like, is that basically set in stone already?
I just seen something the other day that
Dude.
Jokic was number one.
Yeah,
I was
I
gonna
saw that
say.
too.
I think
He
it's
had-
Jokic. I think he's got the back-to-back.
So Kevin Durant wants Embiid.
yeah, I
He-
saw that.
He come out and said, he goes, part of being an MVP is improving. Like what you did last year and now what you're doing this year, that has to improve. He goes, Jokic, don't get me wrong, he's like, but his numbers are the same, but their team decreased. He's like, whereas Embiid is, all his numbers are better, and their team's
record is better.
and their team's record is better. So, and he took that into consideration, and that was badass.
I don't know, dude. Jokic is almost averaging a triple-double again, and
He was the first
dude,
player to have 2,000 points, 1,000 boards, and 500 assists
Yeah.
in a season.
Dude,
Yeah,
so
that's pretty crazy.
if you're basing
And
it
it's-
on like stats, like, dude, his stats
And
are
then it's-
ridiculous.
And then this is Embiid's the first person to, or as a center, average 30 since like Shaq.
Oh yeah,
Or, I thought it was
like
like the scoring title.
yeah, the scoring
Or
title.
win the scoring title since
Mhm.
Shaq. That's
Right.
right.
Because it was like 30.2 or something, and then like
Which
LeBron or somebody
LeBron
had
would've-
30.1.
LeBron would have won it. He didn't qualify.
Oh, because
You
missed a
have to
game or
play
something.
58 games, and he played 56.
What a bum.
What a-
But he was up to like 30.4.
Right.
He would have won it at age 37, year 19.
Dude,
But
the
he played.
Lakers, one of the most
Shambles.
disappointing seasons from like
How do
a
you
power 3.
how do you fire your coach off of a season where you had your Davis, LeBron, and
Right. What Westbrook?
and Westbrook played what 20-something games together?
Literally 20.
20 out of your 82 games
Right.
together, and then you fire
They
your
all
coach.
were getting hurt, and
A
dude,
guy that just won you the championship.
Yeah, just
they'd
last
be like,
year.
all right, yeah,
and
bye.
their record,
2 years.
their record when they played was like 13-7. I mean, it's not the best, but you're still learning. You still
Right.
have new stuff
You
to
got
learn.
that team
But they were
chemistry.
13-7 when those three played. What I think the biggest thing that what I seen and like somewhat like backside experts, not like Stephen A or Colin Coward, like none of them guys,
Right.
just reading some stuff. And personal opinion is that team is built around AD. That team's not built around LeBron.
Right.
It's built around AD. AD's your guy now. And
He's the
LeBron knew
younger,
that.
you know.
LeBron knew that. LeBron said it last year. The torch. It's already passed. Like I'm here. I'm gonna do what I do, but it's his team. That's what we're building around. That's what we're gonna do.
He didn't
So-
play like at all this
So
year.
the guy that you build around is out. Now what the hell do you have to do? LeBron literally played.
Then
1
you
through
bring in
5
this
all-
point guard who is not used to playing like this.
Yeah.
Like Westbrook is not used to having
Yeah.
these scores.
He's,
you know.
he's the third, fourth option.
Exactly. He's not used to that. He doesn't know how to play. And then honestly, like, I don't care who you are. You could bring freaking Steph. with LeBron, like Steph is gonna play nervous and be kind of like weird around
I
LeBron.
don't think so. I think if you put those two on a team. You put those two.
But
on
it's like a
team,
little different. You know what I'm saying? Like you got LeBron next to you, like you're gonna try to get him the ball a little
See,
bit.
but I
You
don't
know?
even. And the reason I say that is I don't even put Russ on the same pedestal as Steph.
Oh no.
And even
no,
though you
no. There's no.
But
way.
he's had the most triple doubles all time. Like, I mean, this guy is phenomenal. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Russell Westbrook's a Hall of Famer.
when you
gonna-
average a triple double for like 3 years in a row, yeah, it's hard to
You're
argue.
going
His career's amazing.
Yeah.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer. But I still don't put him on the same pedestal as Steph. And it's how teams
No.
play. It's the ball dominant. Steph's not ball dominant at all.
I'm not trying to put him at the same level at all. I'm just saying you put Steph with LeBron, like Steph's going to play a little different because he's with LeBron. Like, okay, this is the best player in the year. Like, I'm going to try to get him the ball a little bit more than I used to shoot, you know?
Like, I'll give you like a Damian Lillard. What I'm saying is Steph honestly rarely has the ball.
He's
I
always
mean, he
moving
does,
off the ball.
but he's
Right.
always off the ball movement. And LeBron can sit up there and LeBron's used to having it.
I don't.
Whereas Russell Westbrook is, when he's on all the teams, touching the ball 45% of the time.
Right.
Like, that's how.
But I mean,
Curry's is like 26.
Kyrie Irving did totally fine with LeBron.
Yeah.
He's a scorer.
All right, so we'll get to the last thing. And what I had here in my notes is Rookie of the Year. Here.
If Cade,
Dude.
Cade could have. I don't think he's got it.
I don't think he's got it, but I
want
think he
Scotty
deserves
Barnes.
it.
I want Scotty Barnes now.
I don't
If
think
Cade
he's going
doesn't
to
get
either.
it,
He won't.
Scotty Barnes deserves it over Mobley. Is that the other guy that's hurt?
Mobley, yeah.
Are you going back to
Yeah,
that?
yeah. That's, yeah.
Well, because Mobley went down, then it was like, okay, if Cade plays these games and catches up to his games played and his stats, actually off track a little bit, but they're even saying Cade Cunningham, the month of March, averaged stats that no rookie's ever averaged since Michael Jordan, and he's
Oh,
not,
yeah.
and he's not going to win Rookie of the Month.
oh my gosh. Dude, he had such a crazy, like, last half of the year.
Dude, he's
After
already,
All-Star
he's
break?
already rated a top 7 most underrated player in the NBA. I just seen that the other day. The most 7 underrated. I sent you the list,
Oh yeah, you did.
and he was literally 7th for
underrated.
most underrated
rookie.
player.
Yeah, and he's right.
But I want Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, I think Mobley's gonna win it still, just because that's how the NBA works. And yeah, their team did better. I mean,
Hold on. I don't know who this is shooting. But you gotta
Conley?
watch. Yeah, you gotta watch this free throw. Because that was
Yeah,
goofy as shit.
I'm probably biased because I want Cade just because of being
I think
Pistons, but
Cade deserves it
but-
more than Mobley.
No, Plumlee broke a finger in his right hand, and he has to
Yeah, he's
shoot
shooting
lefty.
left-handed.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad. Okay, I take that back.
He made the other one.
Oh, and he got the board.
He's shooting left-handed free throws.
But yeah, Devin, I definitely think that Cade deserves it, but I don't think he's gonna win it.
Yeah. Actually, did you guys see Defensive Player of the Year?
Rudy?
No, Michael Bridges or Mikal.
What? Cal.
Yeah, because he played.
He hasn't
all-
missed a game
He
since
hasn't missed a
college.
game.
Oh, on
and
the
I
Never
Suns.
missed a
like-
game in college.
I
On the
like
Suns,
that.
right?
Yeah, I like that so much.
Oh yeah.
I
When
like
you
that.
haven't, there was only what, like 5 players this year who haven't missed a single game.
Yeah,
Sadiq Bey was one of
he
them.
was.
Shout out to him. But yeah, that's absolutely insane. Only 5
and
players
that
in
went
the
back-
entire NBA.
That went back
Yeah,
to
I've
his college days. He played like 121 games in college and never missed
out
one.
of yeah.
I heard
Then he played for
through-
like Villanova or something.
I heard from
Yeah.
preschool till now.
Dude, I believe it.
Yeah, I'd believe it too. But yeah, that's super insane, and he's really good. So it's not even.
Yeah, he's not. Both
And you
the
look
brothers,
at his numbers, and I mean, he should be up there. So
both Bridges brothers are pretty dang good.
What are the?
are they brothers?
Or I think they are the
I think they're
twins or something, cousins. I don't
I
know.
think they're cousins.
Is there
I know they're
minimum-
related.
Minimum games you have to play to win those awards. Because
Yeah.
LaMelo won Rookie
I think-
of the Year,
I
and
think-
he only played like 42 games his rookie season.
Was that?
I have
I think
no
they
idea.
vary because I know like LeBron didn't win the title because he didn't play 58 games.
No, I take that back.
I wonder if it's something they did a couple years ago where they said, "Oh, your best player has to play X amount of games and stuff
Well, they took away the
without
rest.
getting like a fine and stuff." So I wonder if
Right.
they kind of
Yeah,
switched
they
all
did
the
that
rules.
because
You
of,
can, you can no longer rest.
Yeah,
guys.
which I totally agree with that. Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, they
would
did it
play-
because of Kawhi.
would play like
Dude, the
30 games and he'd be
LeBron
totally
was-
healthy.
Right.
the year, dude, we bought tickets. They're so expensive. It was Lakers versus Pistons.
I remember you telling me
we
this.
bought tickets, and obviously they're fucking expensive because LeBron James is there. And we found out they're already bought 4 hours before the game. LeBron's sitting, and I cried.
I went when I was in eighth
my
grade.
Dude.
When I was in eighth grade, I went to watch.
Can we turn the camera?
Pistons
Can
versus
that
Mavs.
camera see where he just hit?
Yeah, I think it can. Point to the dart.
Yeah, Drake. What I'm telling you is watch the fuck out.
That was left. Dude, my arms are dead.
So, all right. Well, we'll jump then from
I've been there.
basketball over to probably my segment,
All right,
hockey. Yeah, we can jump back in on this too.
Yeah, hockey.
Cause so
Who else?
with hockey, you know, they still got a little bit before they get into playoffs for them. They don't start till basically 1st of May for playoffs. But basically, right now, kind of to watch, you're looking at Bruins versus Tampa, kind of to see who's gonna get the last spot versus wild card spot type of deal. So whether they have to, you know, basically whether they can get a little bit of a home advantage or not. And then Knights versus Kings are kind of in that same, you know, it's a 2-game difference. And then Penguins and Capitals are kind of a 2-game difference there. That's really, you know, I guess what I'm watching right now in hockey are kind of those 6 teams, just to kind of see who's going to get stuck in the wild card versus who's going to get actual regular seed going into playoffs. It's pretty much set, you know, for playoffs. I mean, there's not really, most teams are eliminated that are outside right now. So that's really all I'm watching. How's your Predators been doing?
I think I know they won last night in overtime. They won. I want to say they won a couple nights before, lost, and then so they're pretty high. I think they're like 3-1 their last 4.
Yeah. So I think kind of with
2.
I think that either the last couple wins they've just had kind of has sealed them into an actual spot. So
Yeah, they're just such a hit or miss team. That's kind of their thing. But if they can get hot and stay hot, they could actually make a run. They can beat anybody.
yeah,
But they just have these games where they have too many power plays, or they give up too many power plays, and it's weird because it seems like they're like 100%
yeah,
on power plays one night when they're on the power play, but then like the next night they'll give up like 12 power plays. It's weird. It's like they can't just be even with the team they're playing. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
yeah. Nope. I think that's just the biggest key in the NHL right now is your power play. You got to have a strong power play because you got to take on those opportunities, and you just got to not give them up either. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
and when you're shorthanded, you got to make sure you at least stop, but definitely don't let up a goal. So, that's kind of, I guess, the biggest thing. I'm really just kind of, like I said, watching these few teams as we go into the playoffs. I've kind of given up. Well, I don't watch Red Wings too much just because of.
Eliminated.
This is like 3 weeks in a row. Hockey's just kind of been in that dead space where
You know,
there's not much going on.
That was like-
everybody's pretty much set in stone.
Yeah, that was like basketball a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and so it's still kind of like that. Next week it'll probably get a little more interesting if the last couple teams that are.
yeah, like I said, as I pay attention to these 3 teams, I'll kind of see how it'll kind of, like I said, that final lock in. And I would say we probably got about 2 more weeks of actually dead with hockey before we get into the playoffs, and then it's okay, who's gonna be the ones winning, losing, who's gonna make it in? into
Avalanche all the
finals.
way.
You still think Avalanche?
I'm still high on Avalanche.
They're pretty good. I would be shocked.
My second team was Lightning. I don't know.
Lightning's not as hot
They
right
kind
now.
of slowed down,
They
but
fell off a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're battling with the Bruins right now for that
Yeah.
last regular spot
in
versus
the
wild card.
yeah. So
I mean,
So-
yeah,
I'll still
Avalanche-
kind of keep them in.
Avalanche is probably my favorite,
Yeah,
but I'm not kidding about the freaking Predators, dude. Watch out,
dude, they freaking went hot.
dude. They're good. They're just such a. I was just telling Devin, they're such a hit or miss team.
Yeah.
It kind of comes down to power plays with them.
Right.
But
How'd you guys do in the college hockey tournament?
I can't believe Michigan freaking lost.
I figured
Dude,
we'd do a
had-
quick.
I
We'll
bet
do.
so much freaking money on them.
I figured we'd do a little podcast after this, but yeah, I
didn't get
couldn't
to
believe
watch
it.
I didn't get to see any highlights, but
Ah,
I don't even know who ended up winning it all.
Denver.
Did they really?
Yeah, and they stopped Minnesota State.
Wow.
wow. And after
I think
they
I
beat-
want to say it was 6-1 was the final, or 5-1, something like
Dang.
that for the
In the
final.
that's crazy.
Yeah. We were so low on the Denver.
I really just didn't see anything to happen with them. Like I did. I mean, I guess their record, looking at it. Like I said, we'll get more into it when we'll do a college one after this, where we talk a little bit of college hockey and baseball. So, but with that being said, we'll jump over right now.
Let's go. They're
Baseball.
finally playing.
Finally back. Tigers winning
Tigers are
opening day.
Team to watch this year.
Not really. Their bullpen
Not-
sucks.
Not
Dude.
skill wise, fun wise. Everybody that
They're
you're
pretty
saying
fun to
is-
watch because they're young.
Exactly.
Baez was a great move. He's the
Baez
one
is
who
going off,
hit the
baby.
wall to give them the run to win opening day, and then he even cranked yesterday, I think it was against
Mhm.
Boston, cranked the homer, or I think it was like bottom of the eighth to help them. No, that was Monday night. He did that to help them get the win over in the first game against the Red Sox series here. Now I think they lost today. I think it was a
They
little.
did. It was close. They were coming back.
They
were
got
up,
smoked yesterday.
Yeah. Today they were up 3-0, and then they let up 6 or 7 runs in one inning because, dude, their pitcher, Rodriguez, he goes off for like 3 innings, and then that 4th inning, I don't know what, he did the same thing happened to him last game, but then he just let up freaking 6 or 7 runs. So then, Boston ended up, it was like 7-3 for a while. Looked like Tigers were coming back, and then just couldn't pull off the comeback.
Yeah, 9-7 was the final. Oh, but
Did you-
it's yes, I just don't know. Torkelson finally got a hit, so that made me happy.
Finally, Jesus Christ!
Goodness, he
But
did so good in spring training.
I know. He is a rookie. This is his first like MLB at bats. You know, there's a couple people who will come up for a couple games here and there, so they can get used to it. But Torkelson, he didn't do that. So this is like his first MLB at bats. He's getting used to it. But yeah, it was good to see him finally get a hit.
I think I'm gonna call it right now. Cleveland is going to the playoffs.
I could see that. I think I've watched more games this year than I have in the last like 5
I
years.
still haven't. I haven't
Combined.
Watched, I haven't watched one yet.
Yeah, I would say I've watched 3 or 4 games already.
Yeah, I've only watched probably 3 games, but that's the most I've watched in the like last 5 years. But no, Detroit, dude, they're pretty fun to watch.
That's what I'm seeing. On
They're
social
they're
media
super
and stuff.
disappointing, but I don't know. There's potential there,
Austin Meadows.
dude. Great
That was-
addition.
Yeah, that was.
Great addition.
I think
He's
that
in
was
the
kind
top
of
10 for batting average too. Like he's
that was a great move as a last second move. I think they kind of did that because of Riley Green, who was a young guy coming up, ended up breaking his foot.
Yep.
So they needed to get another outfielder. So
Yeah.
that's why they made the Austin Meadows move, which ended up being a great move.
Oh, yeah.
And I can actually see once Green's ready to come back, him taking over for what is it, Badeau?
Yeah.
However you say his last name, their current center fielder.
He just hit a homer today.
Yeah, and he's not a bad one either.
No,
Just-
he's pretty good.
it will be. They have
I
a good
think-
rotation. I don't know who's out in left field right now.
I don't remember.
'Cause I'm pretty sure it's
Sure.
Austin's right, Badou's center, and then someone's in left.
Right,
And so I could see Riley Green maybe taking left field for a
So
little
is
bit.
their pitching where they're kind of struggling.
dude.
right now?
Yeah,
it's their
it's the
pitching.
bullpen.
Like
I mean, it's-
Rodriguez was
so-
supposed to be their best pitcher, and
That Soto has
so
been their best pitcher so far. He won it opening
Yeah,
day,
he's good.
and then he came in and had the save to win it against the first game
Yeah,
against
Soto's
the
pretty
Red
good.
Sox. So Soto's our best pitcher, but we just are
it's our
struggling.
starters.
Yeah,
it's I mean it's pitching for sure, but I haven't seen all that well. I mean at bats either.
Yeah. No, you're totally
I
right
mean,
there.
there's-
Like Torkelson, we just said had his first hit at I don't
just-
know how many at bats.
It just won. I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm kind of looking at top batters as of now. We have one guy inside of the top 50,
Right,
and that's Meadows, and he's top 10.
dude, he's good. But Baez is
And
starting to pick it up.
The next one is 55, tied to 55, and that's Baez.
yeah. So your kind of your big things you're looking at is you want to be above about a 300.
Yeah.
And right now,
And that's huge. Like above 300 is huge. Like
Yeah.
you're a good hitter in the MLB if you're like
250,
270,
250 and higher is like good.
272, 280. Like you're good. Was that with the left hand too?
So right now, there's only 5 of our starters that are currently batting above a 250.
Yeah,
So
some of them
our
are at, like,
our average
0.0.
our average is 195.
Yeah, and it's still early in the season, but I was just
Yeah.
looking at it. I mean, he's
No, I
tied
was-
at 55 with a 316.
But like the reason why I put it on the pitching more is
Oh,
because
it's totally on
because
pitching.
we gave up 9 runs today, 5 runs, which that 5 runs isn't terrible. You just gotta have bats moving, and when we had Soto
White
come in for the
Sox.
save 2 days ago on Monday, we only let up 1 run. But White Sox, we gave up 10, we gave up 5, we gave up 4.
Exactly. So
So
I think I'm gonna blame the pitching a little more. I think the batting's gonna come because one, we're a super young team, and two, we're like there's no team chemistry. If you look at the starting lineup from this year to last year, I think we have one Miggy. We have one starter back, maybe two. But so that team chemistry is just kind of off right now. They don't know their lineup yet. They don't know where batters need to be.
yeah,
So once they get that figured out, I think there's potential there for
Yeah.
sure. Like I've seen spurts so far where it's just like, dang, this team is good. Like Caleb said, they're fun to watch. So
Can someone remind me why either we got rid of or Max Scherzer ever left?
funny.
'Cause
Scherzer,
we couldn't
Every Hall of Fame
Verlander,
pitcher ever left.
David
Yeah.
Price.
we always give away our good pitchers. It seems like
it's just it seems like it happens to every fucking Detroit team.
we have fairly good defensive players. I feel like right now. Like I said, if we can keep our pitching to keep it where it's 5 runs or less every game, then that's where the batting's got to kick in a little bit. So 2 of these games I put on pitching, and then 2 of these games I would say I put on batting. So it's kind of really even. Out of the
Right.
4 games we've lost, I would say 2 have been because the bats weren't quite going, and then 2 because of pitching.
So we played 4, correct? Or 6?
6 now.
6.
We're 2 and 4.
So I'm just looking at ERAs. It's out of 76 pitchers so far. Detroit has a guy at 70. That's Mize.
He's good.
He has a 7.2.
That's not-
No, Mize. I would say Mize is not one of the good pitchers. He's struggled.
Rodriguez.
He's supposed to be.
Rodriguez is ranked 63.
Dude, he
5.8.
pisses me off.
He's better than Mize.
Dude, I have him on my fantasy team right now, and he's got me negative points.
And Alexander above 5. And
What-
he's at 57.
what's
and these are
Soto?
all. What was that?
Soto.
He's there. I think he's a relief pitcher.
He started opening day. He's the main
he's
pitcher.
yeah. So he might be one of those that's like start/relief. I've seen a few of those. Now
And
that
it-
we got a fantasy league going, I can actually keep
And it
track of people.
jumps.
So
like if we go to 57 to 47, 10 positions, it jumps from 57 Alexander, he's 5.0, and then we go down to 47, and it's 3.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at Soto right
So-
now. He's got to be towards the
So
top.
definitely
Manning.
Manning.
Sad
He's
when
a-
I only know
he's a
one person on my
1.5.
fantasy team.
you do.
2 people actually.
I know a few of mine because I jumped in halfway and started actually picking people I knew. But yeah, now that we have this, it's gonna be a lot more fun. So I can actually like see how players are doing and keep track. But
Yeah, Garrett's kicking my butt right now on this. It's stupid.
I'm actually doing well. But I think it's more of I'm keeping track of it and like
Do you
don't
switch
know.
your lineups?
yeah, I go through and then I'll switch
Can
people.
you like optimize it?
No,
No,
you
not
actually
really.
have to look at it.
You gotta kind of look at it each day.
If you look at the
Dude, why isn't
pictures,
Soto on here?
if you look at the pictures, Kev, it'll say PP next to them, and that means they're actually pitching, like they're gonna start. So it could be that you have people on the bench who are starting and you don't even know it.
I don't have a ton of bench
So we
players.
only have
Weird.
3 bench players, right? 4.
4.
bench players.
Yeah. So depending on how you picked, you could have like,
And 3 of them are pitchers.
and you could drop and pick up
So
batters.
I
if you
have
wanted
3
to.
pitchers on my bench and 2 for regular right now, which I think I picked one guy up for outfield because
What
I
is-
got to get him in because
What does SP mean in RP?
Relief pitcher.
A starting pitcher and relief pitcher. So if you look at the SP, a lot of them don't start every day. So you have to look and see like if next to them it'll be like in green or something PP, and that means they're starting for that day. So make sure they're actually in your lineup. Which has fucked me a few times because, like I said, Rodriguez, I'm pretty sure is like negative 30 points for me.
Justin Turner's been playing great, and I took a chance on
Hey,
him.
listen, Clayton Kershaw.
that's what. Okay, I was gonna bring that up.
Dude, Adam
With Clinton
Wainwright.
Kershaw today, he going 7 innings, no hitter, 13 strikeouts. Do you leave him in or do you pull him like they did?
I think they ended up actually getting a hit off him.
No, he left perfect.
He had 80 pitches. They pulled
Yep.
him. It's
Yep.
so tough because that's a lot of pitches for this early.
Yeah.
in the
A lot of
season.
pitches
Right.
early season. So that's been the big talk. Is they
He's
say
the
there's
best
been a
player-
few
pitcher in
good,
MLB,
few good
basically,
pitchers
so.
that's done that. They left them in. They finish out the game. You know, they end up with like 103 pitches.
Right.
And then their arms junk. It seems like for the
Right.
rest of the year.
And the chances are you're gonna continue to have a no hitter is very, very low.
Exactly. I think it
There's
was a
only
good
been,
move.
what, 54 of them I think I saw in the MLB history.
It might even be less than that. I think it's
34
like-
maybe.
Yeah.
I
I
seen
saw it today.
23. I thought that
I
there
don't
was
know.
only 22 perfect games, and he would have been 23 if he
Maybe
kept
that's what it was. And
So yeah, it was finally the relief pitch that came in for him that gave up the one run,
Yeah.
one hit that
Uh-huh.
happened.
I don't hate
And
it.
so-
I don't hate pulling them.
I think it's a good
It's-
move by him.
it's-
They're trying to save his arm,
It's
you know.
early.
Yeah, it's way too early to.
Right. I have him on my fantasy team, so it's pretty good.
Dodgers is one of those teams too that I could see winning it all,
Oh yeah, they're good.
and so
Hey, there goes the Hawks. Starting to take off. But yeah, I think it's a good move.
Giants, they had a couple coaches get kicked out and stuff. So Alyssa Knockin, I think is how you say her last name,
Yeah.
got to be the first woman to be on-field coach for MLB team.
I did see
She
that.
got to be
That
the
was
first
in-
base coach.
yep.
So that was just cool for the history of the sport. I don't know, like it's like cool. I mean, really don't do a whole hell of a lot at first base coach,
Right.
besides for telling him to get back when the pitcher's queuing up that he's gonna be trying to throw you out. But
Did anybody,
it's pretty cool.
Did anybody see? I don't know what teams they were, but they were down by like 11, so they put in like outfielder or something to pitch, and he was lobbing them, and they hit the.
Dude,
hit
that
him,
was
and he-
And he made
The
the sliding
funniest
catch. Is that what you're talking about?
no, that was pretty cool
no,
too.
that was sweet.
No,
Oh,
the
when
one
he-
where
when
he
he
lobbed
flopped.
it and
Yeah,
he
flopped.
Yeah. That
Died.
was,
I was like,
He,
what,
like,
I was
fake
like, what is
dies.
going on right now?
Dude, that was so funny.
that was another big controversy thing that happened kind of recently was, I think there was some, I don't know if it was a minor league team or if it was an MLB team that was up by like 10 points, and their one guy bunts, and they're like, you're up by that many points. Why are you bunting to advance the runner? Or he's like, just just hit the ball. Let's play and get done with this game. And the pitcher was like, I'm trying to make them use up their pitchers. They gotta
Right.
get, the more they use up their lineup, the better chance we have to win the whole series. He's like, I'm not here to just win one game. I want to win the whole series against this team. So I understand his reasoning, but at the same time, when you're up by 10,
Right, let's get the
Yeah,
game
but-
over with.
Anything can happen in baseball. Like
Yeah,
one,
yeah, I've
one
seen it,
rally,
dude.
and you're good.
I've seen like I said today, freaking
yeah.
Tigers gave up 7 runs in 1 inning. So
Yeah, it's
imagine
not-
if that happened right
It's
there.
not like it's a football game where you can run up the score. Or, you
Yeah.
know, you're up by 40 in basketball.
Anything you can
It's-
just get hot one
yeah,
inning and there's 10
exactly.
runs.
So
yeah, and you go through 9 guys, and all of a sudden you've put up 5.
yeah,
And with
So-
the MLB, maybe even more, because
right.
out of 9 of those hits or walks or whatever, could be fucking 4 home runs. Who knows?
Like,
it's,
dude, no, for real. It could
literally.
like back to back home. You never know.
So
Bases are loaded twice. 2 home run. 2 grand slams. There's 8. You never know.
All right. So last thing I got, Whitecaps started Tuesday, and they won their first game 11-10 in the opening game.
Who
They
wants
got
to go to a game? Bam, let's go.
We're going there and talking
yeah.
about him, bro.
Oh yeah, you're right. We do.
Let's see. Next week, I think they play pretty much. So they pretty much play. They'll play a series with a team, and like right now for the month of April, it's a whole week series basically. If they start on Tuesday, play all the way through Sunday. That same team. And
Sweet.
so the week, and I might want to go because there's a player I wouldn't mind watching for the other team. If he's got pulled up. They're playing. Who is it? The Loons out of Midland.
Oh yeah. There you go.
my team.
The
There you
Great
go.
Great Lakes Loons. So they're a Dodgers affiliate. Chris Betts, who another podcast I listen to, that's actually a dirt bike podcast. As he calls in, he's like super big into dirt bikes and stuff. And so he just signed a contract with the LA Dodgers. And so he's playing for their like AA team, and so he'd get bumped up to the Loons. And so
yeah.
there's already talks of him being bumped up. So I'm like, okay, if he comes and I see the last week of April, when they're home at Whitecaps, so Whitecaps are home, it'd be fun to go there.
Oh,
and then
yeah, I want to go.
if he plays catcher, so we got to go right behind the plate and we'll just heckle him the whole time.
Dude, I want to go. I want to get. Remember that one year we went and we had the what was it? the little balcony or whatever they call it now, where we got free food, free drinks. There was a home run hit by us. Our whole family went.
behind left field.
Yeah. Dude, that was awesome. I want to get those tickets again. Then we were out like,
We can.
Friday night race.
We'll.
yo, dude, I want one of those.
I raced with you.
Yeah, and then
That was
yeah, we kept going and doing the fast pitch thing.
I'll try.
Dude, we're going. Yeah, we're
Wasn't-
going.
Wasn't that like online or something? Didn't they like, play it on the news or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, they
it's-
played it on their like their page or something.
Oh, on their Facebook page or
yeah,
something.
like that.
No, I'm gonna try to because I got an email to contact for media stuff. So
Yeah, dude.
if
I'm-
you
we're
guys are
going,
like down to
putting
go,
these things up.
like
Talk
I don't
about
know
the
if we can
game.
take the whole podcast. Like I have to talk to him. It might be more like we just go, you just
Bring your
sit in the suite
computers.
and you just type up stuff, then you just bring back and we'll report it here.
Yeah.
Or 'cause I don't think they're gonna let us take a bunch of mics and
That'd be
stuff
sick.
and record, but.
That would be cool.
If not, I'll if we can, I'll just set up a little thing where we can plug it in my phone and just record into my phone, versus bringing all the mics and stuff and the buttons and everything. But so,
Any more of that shit in there?
yeah, I think there's a few more. So,
Same kind. Blueberry.
Yeah, that's good.
That's doesn't answer the question.
Is that the last thing on baseball?
that's the last thing I got.
I gotta go to Loons game. That's my team, man.
So, like I
I'd
said,
go. Yeah, I'd go to one of those too.
I had something completely off topic.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna go back to football because I totally forgot about it.
So you're walking along the street and you're at the top of their stadium.
Dude, that's sick.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like 300 feet below sea level or some shit.
fuck.
40 feet.
Maybe already.
You don't know where the sea level is?
yeah, maybe the top of the stadium's already 250 feet under, so it's only 50 feet.
Like you actually have no idea, so don't tell me no.
Cody, you should be on the button pusher.
Oh shit. Let's see, Great Lakes
Alright.
Loons.
No, I got it.
I'm pretty good at push button. Over there, just
Exactly.
Let's see. So Thursday night, April 28th is a 6:35 game. We really would have to go do the podcast down there at that point. What the hell is that?
Yeah, it's gross.
You said blueberry.
I asked if you want a raspberry blueberry. You said yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's see. May 1st is a Sunday. That's a 2:00 game.
April 28th.
Yeah, it's a Thursday. Or we can go Friday night, the 29th.
Fun
which is
fact, Drake.
6:35.
I could probably do a Thursday.
Fun fact time.
The Tiger Stadium is 596. I don't know feet. It doesn't say. 596 feet above sea level.
Try that.
But
Try that. This is gross. Try that for me.
He likes stuff that I don't though, so it's maybe he'll want. it.
not this guy.
You ain't talking about drinks,
Dude, it's gross.
That's
So-
gross. It's the
All right,
part.
we'll switch over here. Get back to my sport buttons.
Acai. Let's go, Shuffler.
Congratulations, Caleb.
Big winner.
Big winner.
How much did that make you?
Not very much. I put $10 on it to win
Like 100?
like 100.
Is it-
And I put 100 on Tiger, so I won 210. I think it was.
That's not a lot. He says. I put like $10 on him to get top 5, and that won me like 40.
Yeah, but no, it was another successful Masters week. It was
Dude, that was good. I liked it. I watched a lot
So-
of it actually.
So, how much are tickets to get in there if I wanted to go?
we looked it up. It was like on secondhand sites you can get, I don't know, they were like $3,000 for
Oh, God.
that was just
Oh God.
that was just for Monday through Wednesday. That wasn't even the actual tournament because they do stuff.
Holy fuck. We were saying the draft was expensive.
I want to know how much tickets were for
Dude,
to get in
Catholic.
Masters. Yeah,
How
what was
about
the
Rory?
price?
man.
First was
He's made more this year alone because he's won what three times
The
now.
purse was like
Three, yeah,
I
I
want
think
to say
it's
like
three.
18 mil, but that's split up.
His winnings was like 6 mil, I think.
Scotty has won 4 out of the last 6 events he's played in.
Dude,
I think they were saying
the amount of money.
the amount of
he's
money
won.
he's won this year is more than what he's won his whole career.
Yeah, and
And it was also the more wins that he's had this year than.
he's never won before.
Yeah, he's never won before.
and he's
this
won
was
4 out of the last 6.
Was that Dustin Johnson or Jordan Spieth that was like world number 1 then just completely?
Rahm was number 1, and now he's down.
This
Um,
season,
No, in the past they were like number 1, then all of a sudden just dropped.
Probably
Jordan Spieth kind of struggled.
Maybe the wrong spot.
Rory, maybe.
DJ was on top for a while as
Did I
well.
say
Then he
what I
kind of
think
fell
it
off.
said?
But
Oh,
yeah, so it was kind of they had a Wednesday they do like
I
the
said time to call me a bitch.
they do the par 3 challenge though.
Oh,
And they-
yeah,
and they
yeah,
have like
that's
their
cool.
they have like their wives on the bag or kids, all the little kids and stuff. They all have like the caddy suits, and that unfortunately got stormed out, so that was kind of unfortunate. But
Didn't they do one though? Because I think they have 2.
they played
Let me take my
they
shirt
played like
off.
6 holes. I think they got in, and then
Okay.
they also do like the fun where they skip it across the water.
That's
And-
pretty cool.
Yeah, so they do fun stuff like that. Monday's like practice rounds and stuff.
Goodness.
No,
We're muting you for a second so you can
Oh.
dick with it.
But yeah, I mean it's
it was fun to watch, man. I watched a lot of it actually.
the Masters is just
Rory was way down, dude. I did not
Yeah.
think he was getting top 5. I didn't even think he was getting top 10. So it was awesome to see his name come popping up when I was like, whoa, what the hell? Where'd he come from?
so kind of just a recap. Scotty Scheffler did win, and he did not have anybody really challenge him all week.
Kills me a
No,
little oil.
dude, he took off like right away.
And Sunday, you could kind of tell he was just playing so passive. He wasn't being aggressive.
I hammered down the first day that I saw him. I hammered down on money. He won me a lot of money.
And then, yeah, I bet on him to win. I bet on 3 people to win. Was Patrick Cantley, who did not place very well. I don't even think he made the cut. Scotty Scheffler and Cameron Smith.
Yeah,
Cameron Smith was the only one who really made a push. He was down on
he was.
2, and then he got to hole 12 and just fell apart.
Yeah. I was gonna say
He took like a
on
6 on
Sunday.
a par 3 on
he was.
Sunday.
Yeah, he was second the whole entire time until Sunday, and like you
Yep.
said, got to that last few holes.
And then
I've heard Sunday's pretty hard to compete. Like I don't know, I heard it from someone.
like-
They
it's
said
like a
Sunday's
mental
like
thing.
Sundays
yeah.
are completely different.
Yeah, because
That's
it's
what
the
I've heard.
last few rounds, so you're trying to get the best score, and you can feel the pressure.
Yeah,
it's
I've
just-
heard that a lot.
But
So okay, you gotta own to get into the Masters. You gotta own a Patreon badge. You can't just buy tickets.
right,
It's to
you
get,
can get them on second.
to get
What
onto.
even is that?
So it's basically a badge that allows you to attend events at the
You can also-
Augusta course.
They also do a lottery where you can win.
Yep. So the average secondhand badge goes from anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000.
Jeez.
Now that's a lifetime badge once you buy that, so it's yours for a lifetime, and you can keep it as long as you want. It only can go on to a surviving spouse, cannot go to a kid. If you pass away,
What's it
only
gonna
a
do
spouse.
after that though?
If your spouse is not alive when you pass away, it goes back to the course to go into the pool.
Dude, that's nuts.
How much you do one of those
Average-
run you?
Once you have the badge again, it's lifetime until you decide to either get rid of it, put it back in the pool or whatever, or you can keep it for a lifetime. And that's this year was 300. If you were a badge owner, it was only $375 for tickets for the Masters.
Jeez.
But how much is the badge?
And then
Anywhere from 15
and then
to
if- And then
5,000.
people who have the badge are just gonna sell them for like the $3,000.
Well, can
because
you do that?
Kev,
Yeah,
should buy
it-
one.
You know, so it's not in your name. You can just
Class A members
sell
get
it to
free.
anyone.
I'm Class B
Ah.
right now, so once I become Class A, I'll get free.
Well, how do you get a Class A?
I'm going through the
PGA, you got to be a PGA Class A license.
so I'm going through the associates
So-
program. Once I finish that, I'm Class A.
But to be like a regular
shit.
person to get in. Now, a kid that's ages, what did I say, 8 to 16 can get in for free with someone who has the Patreon badge.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So kids pretty much get in for free.
I'm fucking 16.
All right, Caleb, where are we going this weekend for golf?
So still just going over the Masters. Yeah, so Scotty won. Cameron Smith took third. So I bet on both of them. This is kind of just my bets. I also had Rory in a top 10 finish, and he made a run, took second, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Rory and Colin Morikawa on 18th green, chipping in from the sand was unbelievable. That was awesome. I don't know if anybody saw that.
I didn't get to see it.
Back-to-back.
No.
it was crazy. I also had JT top 20.
I had him top 5. Motherfucker.
He tied for 8th.
Yeah.
So I had that one. So I did very, very well betting this week. I had Tiger to make the cut, and then also,
He made.
And you almost weren't gonna do it.
Dude, there's no way he was not.
I
gonna
said I
make
don't know
it.
why anybody won it,
Right. No, he was definitely making it.
but James Pyatt, he's the Michigan State kid. He struggled. Second day he only shot 1 over. The first day he shot like 8 over. So,
He-
but
that young guy, right?
James Pyatt, yeah, he's the Michigan State. He won the USAM, and he's such a good golfer. But he's just so different playing in those tournaments than that. But yeah, Masters was a great tournament. Rahm was a disappointment.
Big.
Spieth was kind of a disappointment in a way.
DeChambeau. Bastard. I had him
Yeah,
in top
he's-
10, dude. And
Yeah,
he
he's
was
just
fucking
going
bad, dude.
through a lot right now. He's getting surgery now, so he'll be out for a little bit.
Okay.
But my interesting news for golf is Tiger
Fun
said,
fact, not interesting.
No, it's not a fun fact.
What?
Is Tiger said he's going to play in the PGA Championship, which is like 4
Oh, nice.
weeks
That's
away.
a fun fact.
So he said it's like his favorite course, so he's like, I'm going to play.
I was impressed with him.
Yeah, I mean, the dude literally died like
For
6
him,
months
yeah,
ago.
for him to come back
Literally-
and do what he
He
did.
literally died. Like, he was
Yeah.
A lot of people
Dead.
were disappointed at him though. They
Why
thought
would
they
you
would
be?
He would do better.
I
How
mean,
can
are
you
you
be
kidding me?
disappointed? He went -1 the first day.
Yeah, I mean, it was for him to even make the cut.
Made the
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
made the
Yeah.
cut.
What the fuck? Were
Yeah,
they
a lot of
thinking?
people were like, yeah, I mean,
Sticking it out after he started to play like shit. Like he
Mhm.
came out there and still trying. I don't know. Like you said, he literally died.
Think about the guy's 100% healthy that he beats.
yeah, realize
yeah.
he's 50
100%.
years old.
Dude, he's
too.
old as fuck.
Yeah. So,
Think about the guys who are out there playing healthy.
That he still
Well, I was
beats.
just saying, tell the viewers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Drake said think about the people who are out there playing healthy.
so I mean, the dude's 50
Yeah.
years old, just went
Yeah.
through the craziest car wreck.
Died. He literally died.
He's had like 30 surgeries in his life, and he just went out there and played 4 rounds of golf, and
Right.
I mean,
And
that just doesn't
That's
go
pretty
to prove
wild.
that he's
And he didn't get
one of the-
last?
He's the best golfer. To
All
ever-
right.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
back in the day, his win percentage was like 60%, which is
You think his kid's gonna stick with it?
Oh yeah.
his kid.
His
Yeah.
kid.
You think he's gonna stick with it?
I think
gonna be
that's
good.
what he's kind of waiting for to play like 1 year with kind of like a LeBron.
Dude, there's no way
He's playing
8
1
years
year.
old.
No, he's not. How old is he?
Who?
Tiger's
Charlie.
kid's
13,
8.
I think.
Oh
Yeah. So
no, there's no. He's gonna be 60 years old.
dude,
by
there
the
was
time he
people
makes
in
it.
the event that were like 58.
So once you turn 50, you can go to the senior tour. It actually has a name for it. I don't know what it's called.
And
but-
so his kid can
and
play
so
with him.
all
though?
like the crazy good players from the PGA Tour are on the senior tour right now. So Tiger could go play that. Phil could go play that.
Right, but
Phil
he-
did play
Austin's
that.
talking about having him play with his kid.
He just win a big tournament at like the oldest ever.
Oh, he won. He won the. Was it the PGA Championship last year? Or the
50. How old is he? But he was the oldest to ever win
Yeah.
a major championship.
Yeah, he's like 53, I think.
Who, Phil?
52 maybe. Yeah, Phil.
Yeah.
Who's the big funny guy?
John
John
Daly.
Daly.
Didn't he have a boy that was big? That was
John
pretty
Daly's
good.
son is a freshman at Arkansas. He's
Is he
really
good?
Yeah, he's really
Oh,
good.
dude. You think he's gonna go somewhere?
I mean, yeah, he'll go pro.
Dude, I'm trying to. I'm trying to make a
Dumbass.
conversation, bro. Come on.
No, he'll. I mean,
Yeah.
I've watched highlights from him. He looks like he'll do decent.
That's why I asked.
What
I
school
mean,
was it? Was it Texas? Did you see that? Texas had the most school championships in the PGA Tour,
Yeah, I did see that.
and then Georgia was second or something.
Georgia was second, yeah. And then it was like Wake Forest was like 3.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to think of the bottom 2 schools, and they were weird schools.
Yeah.
It was like a Wake Forest and then somewhere else.
Yeah.
Crazy how that little turn just picked him up that much.
dude.
But yeah, it was Texas number 1, Georgia
Yeah.
second, Wake Forest, and somewhere else.
But yeah, so cool for Tiger, cool for the Masters.
That was awesome.
And then now
I
we
was happy
have
to see
the
that.
Good turnout. Good turnout.
RBC Heritage. You would think normally like the event before nobody really plays in it, and the event after nobody really plays in it. But there's actually quite a bit of big names in this one.
See, I didn't think so.
Patrick Cantley's playing. Cameron Smith is playing. Dustin Johnson's playing. Justin Thomas is playing. Jordan Spieth is playing. Daniel Berger is playing. Fitzpatrick.
you always
I
get-
mean, these
you
are all
always-
top 25
Yeah,
guys.
what the
You
heck?
always get 5 to 10 normally in most
Not-
tournaments.
Not after the biggest tournament of the year. Normally they take
When's that tournament?
starts tomorrow.
Damn.
Golf always starts on Thursday, ends on Sunday.
But
You play 18 holes every day.
Holy
so it
frickin'
goes
shit.
from 18 mil purse to an 8 mil. So that kind of shows the difference between tournaments.
But still, I mean,
Michigan is hosting something like 2025.
Yeah, Oakland Hills, the one that actually just caught on fire.
Oh,
They got the U.S. Open.
It was a big one.
Yeah, U.S. Open in 2033.
Oh, 2033, yes.
Yeah, like 2033, like 2048 or something, and which is still sweet, but
Get your tickets now.
yeah.
your tickets now.
So yeah, this event,
Dude,
I think it's played in South Carolina, North Carolina, one of the two. Harbor Town Golf Links. It's kind of, it's obviously a links course, so it's not super,
when are you guys
Not a
going to
lot
have
of
your own
trees.
little tour
huh?
at your golf course?
This motherfucker, dude.
What,
He
dude?
says, get off the mic.
When are we going golfing?
May 21st. We're literally playing 36 holes.
Yeah, we got
Oh, yeah,
before
dude.
that. That's a
Oh,
whole
that's
month
gonna
and a
be
half
such a
away,
good
bro.
day.
And you guys all are horrible at golf right now.
Whoa.
Hey,
Whoa, you ain't seen
hey.
me golf lately.
With these two, me? Yeah. I'm good.
No, you ain't seen me golf.
Him mainly.
Listen, bro, I had
You're
my
just staring at
time.
a half swing over here. Don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
He's supposed to come get lessons because I ain't fucking playing if he's
Listen.
doing that half swing bullshit.
Listen,
bro, you
Abby,
look at
you remember when I
every
was better than you?
single mother.
remember when I was better than you?
You were good.
I was,
You were good.
and then I stopped playing,
Yeah.
and now I suck.
Let's hear it, Austin.
You look at everybody who's not a pro who golfs, half swings.
They suck. Yeah.
Johnny Damon, you know who he is?
The baseball player?
Yeah,
He's a fucking baseball player.
No, he was retired now.
he's retired.
Oh,
He was
so that
good.
Makes him a golfer.
Out there, 300 yards. Dude stops worse than me. Bam.
Look
He's a
at
good golfer.
Look at John Rahm. He takes like a half swing
See, what am I? Why is my half swing so much worse than theirs?
because
They aren't gripping
They're-
their club like they're fucking trying to hang on for life.
they're consistent.
I'm consistent. I'm either slicing or it's good. That's
Or you'll top it, or you'll chunk it, or
no.
you'll
I don't
braid
do
it.
that.
Well,
Let's wrap up this tournament and we'll get talking into golf.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I got quite a few. I kind of went through 3 different sites.
Okay.
It's-
I only have a few bets this week, so you can run through your top 20s if you have them.
So top 20s. Those are went to Drinking Bros, their golf picks I have wrote down here, and I haven't decided if I'm taking all these, if I'm taking any of them yet. So these I'll just rattle through and you let me know. So I have listed here, the PGA, they go through Action, so that website, and Paige, the golfer
Yep.
chick. I can't think of her last name. So
Fair
top
act.
20, Wesley Bryan.
I absolutely love him because I watch him and his brother's YouTube channel, but he's struggling. If he don't win on PGA Tour this year, he loses his PGA Tour cards.
Paige actually had him. So top 20, I have him there. That was Delco Dan on the Drinking Bros. But Paige actually put him in top 10.
I like him, but I don't like him
Do
this week at all.
A million Grillo. Don't know who that is.
So go back with if he loses his card, do you have to have or like qualify or have a certain amount of wins or finishes to maintain it?
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
I don't know what the exact number is, but you got to like make a certain amount of cuts. You got to make a certain amount of dollar value, basically.
So you can get it, but you also have to maintain it.
But when he loses his card, if he does, he'll pretty much get to play in almost any event under a sponsor invite, because they have like 2 to 3 sponsor invites per tournament, and so all the local like closer ones to his home or ones he's played in before, he'll probably get an invite, and if he does well, he'll regain his card.
Gotcha.
John Daly, his first win, he was obviously to win it is amazing, but he then got his card for 10 years. Back then it was 10 years.
Right.
They said that was obviously amazing.
Yeah. Or he can go to mini tours and
All right.
go that route as well.
So a few other here on top 20. Lucas Glover,
I don't hate that one. Probably pretty good odds too.
Matt Kutcher.
Kuchar, yeah. I don't like it, but
Paige actually has him to win.
Paige, I love Paige, but she does not do well. with their picks.
Dumb bitch.
Harold Varner.
The third, he actually played decent for like 2 rounds.
That was
in the
another
Masters.
pick for her to have win.
And I could see him a top 20 this week.
So, and then let's see, Matthew Smith.
So he's in my top 20 as well. He's plus 550.
Yep.
So
Tommy Fleetwood, even though he sucked it up,
Tommy Fleetwood, I do have in the top 10,
and
plus 500.
Terrell Hatton.
Terrell Hatton, I wanted to take him in top 20, but he was such a letdown last week, and he just, I don't know. He's still like, I think he's top 15 player right now, but I don't like him. Or that was all your top 20s, or just?
Yep, that was just top 20s.
So I had Naismith and Brendan Todd is plus 550. Those two are kind of, for the odds, are pretty good. That's kind of why this week I went with better odds instead of bigger names, I guess you could say.
Yep.
So that's why I took those. Those are my only two in the top 20, though.
Top 10s. Sungji Im.
Sanjay. Yeah, he played decent.
Was he the one who had the ball like stuck at the edge? So there was one that putt and it goes and it's like hanging and they're like all standing around it like watching it.
I don't remember.
And-
They're trying to do that shadow thing where you put your shadow on
Oh.
the ball, and it actually ended up falling, but it sat
Really?
for a minute.
It's that longer than that. Like the video is like 3 minutes long before it finally from the time he putts and they like look up. It's like 3 minutes. He like walks. They're standing there watching it, and he can't believe it didn't fall in.
You only get a certain amount of time.
It was 10 seconds. The guy was yelling at him. He's like, you passed your 10 seconds. You count it as a stroke. And the guy was like, listen, that thing was moving.
Yep, that's what he was trying to say. This is the page we're talking about, Austin.
What the hell?
Yeah, I like it. Red flag.
Page
Spareneck.
Spurdeck. She's a golfer, pro golfer. She was at least.
Ex-pro golfer.
Ex-pro
Now
golfer.
she just uses her boobs to get money.
Hey, if you got him, show him.
And that's the one you
I
said, dumb
blocked it for
bitch.
any of the viewers.
She actually, so she releases 2 years in a row. She releases a Masters towel.
Warning.
I got last year's. This year I didn't get. I didn't really like it that much. But it's like last year she was in like the green jacket, like nothing else.
Dude, is that the picture going around? That's her?
This one.
Yeah. I liked that one. So
me
did
see.
you.
Yeah, that's the towel I got. I don't use it obviously because I can't really be a PGA.
Wait, you got a
professional.
towel off of her?
But I have that towel. Yeah,
That has her on it like
that
that.
same picture. And this year she might have it posted. I don't know. I didn't like this year's that much. It was like pink flowers.
pay you
she
for
was
it.
like laying in.
Yeah, that was the one I first showed Austin.
I'll pay
It's
one
sold-
for it.
Yeah, that one.
You don't like that one?
It was just weird.
What do you mean weird?
But
Towel. I'm not saying I didn't like the picture.
I sure swinging.
Page.
So and then
It sold
Alex
out, though, in, like-
Noren.
Sold out really quick.
I didn't even get to see her
Towels.
swing.
Oh, sorry.
I wish.
This is
Well,
not the right
my
one.
my other top 10 is Alex Noren.
What's her last name?
Spareneck.
It
Yeah, not the right one. This one's hot, though.
I don't know who that is, Devin. But my top 10s are Mackenzie Hughes at plus
She's on, you're
900.
good.
And then
Holy shit.
Tommy Fleetwood at plus 500.
You're good, Devin.
and winners. I have 4 selected right now. Like I said, Harold and Matt. But my other 2 are Daniel Berger
I like him. I don't have him picked.
and Russell Henley.
Okay. I like both of those. I have one top 5, which is Colin. Colin played okay at the Masters. He's still like the number 2 player in the world, number 3 player in the world.
This is the one I found.
So
Dude, what page are you looking at?
I don't know, but
Dude, LaMelo's going off.
Oh, let's see.
it ain't the right one. That's for damn sure.
Trey Young has 4 points.
but
But-
my winners, I mean Dustin Johnson, he's not played well all year. He played decent at the Masters. So this is kind of his coming out party, and I think he's going to win. He's plus 1,800. And then I have Lucas Glover, which is just a freaking not a chance it's going to happen, but it's plus 15,000 odds. And so this is just 1 week. These kind of smaller tournaments I like to take kind of underdogs because
Nah, that's a good idea, actually.
you're right, and it kind of happens more times, and especially than the majors. So those are kind of my picks.
I got 4 picks.
Let's hear it.
And these are obvious picks, so they're not all going to hit. But Spieth, top 10. DJ, top 10. Justin Thomas, top 5. after his 8, he's gonna get up to top 5. I know it.
He's a huge favorite this week.
I know he's gonna get top 5. He's got to get top 5. And then Cameron Smith, after his performance, has to get top 5.
I love Cameron Smith, but I think he's gonna fall apart this week.
6.
I think he keeps it together. After him choking so bad in the last 6 holes, he's gonna come back and get top 5.
Cameron Smith was the funniest looking dude there.
He is so goofy looking, bro.
So, I guess I'm gonna take them all because I can get all of them for my $75 I normally spend on golf.
My account locked on DraftKings, so
Oh, that's nice.
today.
You betting so much?
No, it said there's someone freaking from a different state getting on my account.
Garrett.
No, not.
Oh my god.
I'm like, dude, this happens to me. I swear, every fucking month something happens to me.
Especially with your card.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Last month, Subway. My Subway got hacked. People were from
Subway account.
were buying shit off Subway. They ordered $80 worth of Subway one day.
What?
And I had 2 different cards. I had Jordan's card on my account too, and they used her card too.
Wow.
And I've had 6 different.
You can just get
cards.
an account at Subway?
I didn't.
So through the app.
It's the app
Through
on
the
your
app.
phone,
Oh.
and I
So
can
someone
save my
hacked
card.
his app and his cards were saved on there. So they were ordering through the app at Subway by a local Subway by them and picking up the subs using and it's coming with Caleb's card. Did you see what Subway they were using?
It's definitely
It was
Garrett.
in.
Garrett
I
said,
don't-
"Hey, bro, I'm short
I
on
don't
cash
remember
this
what
week. Buy me some Subway."
Mine never went through. They kept
Jordan can get me
canceling it.
next week.
Okay.
Jordan's went through.
Well, you should be able to see your order
I
history.
think I could look at my email, but I think I deleted them because I found out
Normally-
because I get
normally if you
emails
go
on
in-
thanks for your order. I'm like,
I didn't order Subway.
but
So my $75, if which obviously every single one can't hit 'cause I have 4 winners, but if every other one pretty much hits, that's like $1,000.
Nice
Still all
timing.
himself.
That even splattered.
But yeah, I'm gonna make all 3 of these guys shoot a certain score before I decide if I want to play any tournaments for them or not.
Get me my price of my clubs, and maybe I'll get them around. Then I'll
Told
see.
you.
Cavi.
Dude, when can I
Estimated.
come over and get some lessons? I've been fucking waiting. I even texted
Last I knew
you.
it was like an estimated.
You did not text me.
The hell I did.
All right, we're ending this shit. Peace out.
So you.
You did not text me.